All right, when it's Return to Extra, like I said, we always bring that extra. And today we have a guest, singer, songwriter, really, really talented individual, a composer, vocalist whose art history spans 3 decades. Yes, that's 30 years. Dynamic musical expression. My guest actually has been visually impaired. Let's use that term from a very early age. He developed a keen sensitivity to sound, harmony, and lyrical nuance, channeling his unique perspective into music that resonates deeply with diverse audiences. As a seasoned performer, he has lent his voice and musical ingenuity to numerous choral ensembles and collaborative projects, both within the church and across other platforms. His creative output is marked by his refined sense of rhythm and melody, often infused with lively energy. And, of course, his compositions carry a groove-laced vibrancy and, spirited elegance and energy, capturing both the hearts and feet of his listeners. You can't but, move to the tunes. Now, he has a recently released debut single, which we'll be talking about, which, of course, much later on in this discussion, he'll be telling us all about that. But without further ado, let's just introduce my guest. Yes, he is singer, songwriter, and every other thing in between. I don't know if he does other things aside music. We have with us the talented Morayo Bakare. You're welcome.
Good afternoon or good evening, audience. My name is Morayo Bakare, just as you've heard. I'm a musician, I'm a writer, I'm a composer, and I'm a singer.
Amazing stuff. Okay, so straight away, I will be just delving into this particular discussion since we already have a bit of a background, so to say.
Exactly.
Okay, so 30 decades. That's quite a while, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
How did it start for you?
Well, I've been a singer over time,
okay.
Right from my young age. Before the 30 years started counting,
yes.
As an infant, as a child, when you go with your parents to the church, they give you drums to play. Like before drum set became popular. This akuba, what do you call the akuba? This
akuba, yes, kunga.
Yes, I attended with my parent, my late parents. We attended this White Garment Church,
okay.
Church of the Lord,
Aladura, okay.
Exactly. And that's when I grew up into playing several instruments and also singing in the church. So, but I started becoming a right composer at 30 years counting.
Okay.
You get, but before then I have prior introduction to music, okay. And just by default, let me just say I was born into music. That's just basically.
You're born into music, but not from the womb, though.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm curious, and I know a few people listening out there who definitely would, out there listening right now, will also be curious. How did you go blind, or were you born blind?
Well, actually, sometimes I have a perception that I was born blind, but because, at the same time, I wouldn't say I was born blind, but by virtue of my late mom, my mom died when I was very, very young, and I think she was keeping it to herself that I was blind.
Okay.
Because I still have some little visual impairment, little vision,
perception,
so to speak.
okay.
So by the time people look at me and say that I wasn't really receiving, or let me just say I wasn't really
responding.
Responding. That's the right word.
Yeah.
I wasn't responding accurately or to the environment, and people start stretching their hands to shake or to attract me, but they are not getting the best of response. So that's when they called on my mother and said, "What's something? Is there anything wrong with this child?" He said no. She told them no, and they were like, maybe that's why I was just had to behave. So the knowledge of me being blind, that's where that confusion came, because if she was alive, she would have told me if I was really born blind. So I just leave it to when I discovered that when I was young. So that's why you could read that actually discovered the discovery in my infant. Let me just put it like that.
Wow. And have been able to surmount. I know there are myriads of challenges. The odds against people with visual impairment are quite much. We already have a call. We already have a call. Let's just take this real quick. Hello. Good afternoon.
Aka.
Yes.
Aka.
I greet you.
Happy Sunday. Good evening.
Yeah, well done.
Now me now.
Six Toes. Welcome, Six Toes. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Aka. And the guest in the studio, brother. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr.
You know what? God will keep providing for you, directing you.
Amen.
Aka, do you know why the problem that we have in this country is that government are not looking at such situation like this? They don't help them.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Just say Six Toes. Just say you don't know.
Aka,
okay.
If you are a foundation, let out there for you can get opportunity. But apart from that one, they don't look at such people like this. But they don't know that now God might be their savior, might be their protector, might be their direction. So I just believe that God will keep helping you to achieve more things. Anything that you are processing for, God will keep seeing you through.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sixtus.
I did here with you to serve.
Yes, stay there with me. Okay, so any question for my guest? Sixtus is not called. Thank you very much, Sixtus. If you have any question, you can always, send them via the platform 091-538-77127. I have Morayo Bakare with me in the studio, singer, songwriter, very talented, and of course, he's been telling us about his experience. Now, you talked about the background, how you were introduced to music, but what honed your skill? Aside the drums, do you play any other instrument?
Basically, I'm a vocalist and I play any type of drums.
Okay.
Any type of drums. So drum and instrument.
Percussions and all that. And I guess you sight read, sight sing. Which of these do you do?
There are very few blind people that does that.
Okay.
There are very, very few blind people that do that because it's not available. The techniques is not really available here in Nigeria. So the tools exactly is not really available. But I think I have seen one or two persons who are really trying to make research on that. Very few persons.
All right. So being someone who is visually impaired, how has that shaped your approach to music composition and production, so to say?
Oh, good. That's a very nice question. In psychology, we know about what they call perception, session, and imagery. Everybody know, or many people know that when you are visually impaired, most people actually does music one way or the other.
Yes.
So this sensitivity to sound is key for us.
Okay.
I remember when we were in school for the blind, we decided to.
I guess yours will even be more heightened.
Yeah, do you understand? So we decided to collect different containers together, irons for cymbals, for what they call hi-hat and all of those things. By the time we play, you think we are playing normal drums.
Wow.
Because there are a lot of imaginations that we have in our head that will give us a sound that we want to produce that will be sampled like a real drum. Do you get what I'm saying now? So the thing is, we are just born into it.
Yes.
We are born into it.
Amazing. Okay. So just tying it to this, walk me through your creative process. How do you write your songs?
Oh, very good question. Oh, well, officially I started being a songwriter 2016, especially gospel. Do I have written other songs? Songs, when I mean music involves, sound involves, and the structure. For example, the songs that you see in the 90s. Yes. Because I think when I was growing up, I've been into few writings, but I wasn't really very well skillful. What I was so particular about then was just give me the drums, let me just sing the regular song. But I went into gospel writing since 2016. Yes. And what inspires my writings? Some of my songs are gotten to me via dreams. Why song? If I'm just walking on the street, I get them. I rarely sit down to write songs.
When you say when you're walking on the streets, I don't understand. A sound or something.
There's a way. Let me just say. Many things define your skills when it comes to writing. You can just be somewhere and the breeze will just bring maybe a melody. It's what people call tune.
That's amazing.
And when it comes to melody or tune, I don't use it up even before I build my lyrics. So I've written how many songs since then? Since 2016, I can't even count.
Wow.
And some of them are still working in the studio, and this is my debut, as you said.
Amazing.
So
amazing. All right, we still have the amazing Morayo Bakare with us, and pretty soon we'll be listening to his latest entry into the music scene. All right, so straight away, I'll just go back to discussing with Morayo. So I'm just curious, when you spoke to me this afternoon, like, since Morayo Bakare, I'm on my way down. I didn't even know that. He's not supposed to show or anything, but the energy, the vibrancy, the way you spoke to me, I was even wondering when they told me you were here. I was actually talking to someone out there, like, did someone bring you in? And I was surprised when they say you came by yourself. How do you get around? I'm curious.
Well, for you to go to a blind school,
yes,
and you are well trained, especially blind school in Nigeria and possibly in Africa, then you have vibrant, learnings. You learn what they call mobility. Do you get what I'm saying? So for the fact that I went to that school, it gives me what they call courage. I'm sure you know a couple of persons who are blind that
yes,
that. So,
yes, of course.
And as long as you are learned, do you get what I'm saying now? You will definitely want to find your way across. I'm a very mobile person, and I have confidence. I can't be challenged at all by anybody.
That's amazing.
So,
that's amazing.
It's that confidence that, for example, some of us who are partially blind,
yes,
we have to be blindfolded.
Wow.
For us to walk in the street of Akere. Absolutely. Because, sometimes you find some people who have some little vision, they eventually lose it. You get what I'm saying now, which is not. So, to avoid any starting afresh, so it's better you get acclimatized to the regulars. When I mean the regulars, the totally blind persons. So that's just what gives us the courage. And anyway, anyhow, we move.
Okay. So let's backtrack a bit about your musical background. You told us how you started, and but I want to fill in the gaps. Yes. How were you able to develop your skills over the year? Give us a bit of what happened. What were the things you did? How the choirs, the groups you've been a part of. Let's just talk about this.
Okay, good. Let me say, apart from the church background I spoke about earlier, I was also part of the blind. The school for the blind actually have a blind, a musical force. Okay. Let me use it like that. What we usually call them band. We usually call ourselves band group or something. Yes. And because of that will definitely help on enhance your own ability to be confident in even whatever you do. I remember that I've been there was a particular time I performed through the school band, where the current first lady of Nigeria, actually had to come and meet me herself. I said, wow, I was blessed. After then, I remember the former first lady of Nigeria, the late Stella Obasanjo, had to request that they love how the guy. So this music has not been a dating; it has been over time. Wow. So and that actually gave me a ginger to say, no, I must invest into this. So I intentionally built myself, learn how to write professionally. In short, as a matter of fact, I write for artists as well. Oh, yes, I write for artists. I just wrote two songs for an artist who happened to be signed all the way from UK. Wow. And he's a writer, but you respect the way I write as well. Your style. My style of writing. So I'm passionate about it, and those are things I do. If you listen to my other tracks that are in the studio, you'll be surprised. Amazing. And even when I release this particular song, people were like, wow. I remember some people telling me it sounds like an existing song, like an household thing. And I'm confident about it because I'm so sensitive. I'm so much intentional about tone, or what they call melody. So that's the thing. Amazing. Okay, so I have a question on WhatsApp. My question for Akan, my question for the guest artist: what gives you inspiration? And describe yourself in 3 sentences. Okay, this is still Sixtus reaching out. He said, may God strengthen him to keep achieving. Sixtus from Abule. But thank you, Sixtus. Yes, so in 3 sentences. I'm bold, I'm courageous, and I'm very intentional. Yes, I use the word intentional. When I spoke about I'm so particular about this music per se. Yes, I don't like this regular thing. I like to be dynamic. And that's why some people call on to me to say, oh, Morayo, come and help me write this, come and help me write it. If I mention some names, you'll be surprised that I've written for them over time. Interesting. And I so much. So I'm very much intentional with my sound. I'm very much intentional with my lyrics. Because I believe that my song should not just float. It should not float. When I mean floating, is that it should not just be a mist of, but it should be where it will be where it should be obvious. I don't know how to speak that English. To stand out. To stand out. Yeah, that's the right word. So I like my music to stand out amongst others. Among others. Yes, this particular song you want to listen to. Yeah. When you hear that and you hear the other song, you'll be surprised. So this guy has this. That's why I said I'm very much intentional. So bold, courageous, and intentional. Yeah. So talking about being intentional, what role does your faith play in your music? How do you balance your spiritual message with your artistic expression? I don't know if... Yeah, I do. Yes. How do I balance my spirituality with my artistic intention? Yes. Now, the basic is I do gospel. Yes. And when you say gospel should be spirited, should be spiritual. Do you get what I'm saying now? Yes. Now, anything I'm diverting my artistic work into, I know that, number one, as I said earlier, when you say you are intentional, you should also be intentional in your skills so that you can able to, because my intention is to, when you do gospel, what you want to preach is for you to paint the picture of heaven. For you to also make people that, okay, you have a place that you are going. True. You worship somebody over there in heaven. Do you get what I'm saying now? So spirit, I believe in spirit, my spirit being captivating people into spirit, spiritual endowment and goal to heaven. So that's it. That's it. It's still very much intentional. True. Okay, so we're gonna go listen to your track, Be Glorified. Just tell us about this debut single, Be Glorified. What inspired the creation of this, and what message, what do you want to convey to listeners with this Be Glorified? No, let me say I got this song around 2017. That's what about 2017. I remember it was 2017. I was just with one of my blind friends who was singing, he was just singing. I like, wow, okay, let me have a contribution to it. Like, he came out with something similar. Okay. You get what I'm saying? I like, wow, but he never liked it. I jumped on. I said, guy, I like this song. Go, why I said, you just trivialize it. He has forgotten. It's not exactly. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? He just gave me an inspiration to that line. I picked the song and I recorded it last year. Okay. One of the reasons why I've not been able to record my song over time was because I was very much intentional. I was key about producer. I was also key about, because my sound, I had to be very, very intentional, even with the person who, or the producer that will jump on it.
Yes.
So do you understand? So when I now got my taste of producer, I was like, wow, this is what I can jump on, and he actually did the work well for me. So that's when I got the job. I got the job around 2017.
2017. All right, let's go listen to Be Glorified by Morayo Bakare. Do remember, I'd love to hear from you if you're out there and you want to give a shout out to him, or you want to ask any question, or you just want to encourage him or say anything. All right, welcome back, and that was Be Glorified. Okay, let me not say that was, because we still have it in the background, and Morayo Bakare is still very much with us. I have a message on WhatsApp, and this person says, my name is Babatunde Adetula. Morayo is my very good friend, and we serve in the same department in church. The ability in his disability has really challenged me personally, seeing him doing better musically and confidently. Yeah, that's what I was talking with you off air. Exactly. The confidence, being intentional about all this, and confidently much more than people who are not physically challenged. I pray God blesses him and takes him far higher than he can ever imagine. Love you, bro. That's
Thank you, brother. Today.
Great one. So, my people, we still have Morayo with us, and a great song. First of all, I must say this is lovely. And so this something you mentioned earlier about the fact that people told you that this song, it just sounds like it has this familiar feel to it, like it's something like it's something something
like you said
heard.
offline. You said as a sing along. I'm like, you're already picking it.
True. Great stuff. So great effort, I must say.
Thank you very
Who
much.
produced this?
Tony Church by name.
Tony Church.
Yes, Tony Touch.
Tony Touch.
Exactly.
Okay.
Very wonderful producer. I love
is he based in Lagos?
Yes, he's based in Lagos. He's so good. He has produced for a couple of places.
Shout out to him. I don't know if he's listening.
I hope so. You are, in fact, he's a very good producer.
Amazing stuff. This is
I said it earlier that I must be very more intentional about my producer.
True. Great stuff. And I don't know. Do we have visuals for this already?
Yes,
we have a video for this.
It's available on YouTube.
On YouTube,
YouTube and all streaming platforms, and it's on blogs.
Okay.
When you Google Morayo Bakare, you see many.
The results come up.
It's on blogs. Bloggers have picked it up already.
Okay.
It's on what do you call it now? On TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's actually everywhere. It's everywhere.
And for those who want to, connect with you on social media, perhaps to reach out and all that, how can they connect with you? Social media, let's have your handles.
My handle is my Facebook is Morayo Bakare.
Okay.
YouTube is Morayo Bakare.
Okay.
Instagram is at Morayo Bakare Music,
okay.
and TikTok is at Morayo Bakare Music.
At Morayo Bakare Music.
Exactly.
Okay. So Be Glorified now. How has the reception been so far?
My God, it's actually massive. The video, and in short, I came actually on this media. I mean social media per se.
Yeah.
Like I opened my YouTube barely for 8 weeks.
Wow.
All my social media was opened by my social media person, my media manager. Oye is my name. Very wonderful friend. Very humble.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. He's so humble. He's so much humble. No. I must confess. So the thing is, I'm opening barely 8 weeks, and the growth now is actually massive. I get comments a lot. And I'm close to 8,000. So maybe before today runs, I will be 1,000.
Wow.
And it started, even when people see, they are like surprised. Like in just 8 weeks.
Let's support him. Let's go support him. Go there and subscribe to his YouTube channel. At least when you monetize,
Yeah, exactly.
Money coming in
basically,
from there,
get me subscribe. It's actually key.
All right.
And follow me on other social media, as I said.
Great. So after Be Glorified, what's next?
The one coming out very soon. No, that one is also very great too. I must confess. It's called Iwoloba.
Okay.
Iwoloba.
So is this all towards an EP or an album?
No, it's towards an album, okay. but not with many tracks. You have not the track like 8 or 9 tracks. It's working towards an album.
Great one.
An album.
Great one. Okay, so even as we tie things up, any message for those who perhaps might be in your very unique situation, but they're a bit discouraged. Some people have not even taken that step. We have a lot of very talented people out there, but because of the besetting situation, so to say, the odds stacked against them, they might be really, really discouraged. Anything to say to them?
The thing is, initially I used to be very fearful.
Okay.
I used to use the word timid or scared about life.
I doubt that. The way you sound.
I used to.
Wow.
But I'm very intentional with what I used to. But when I saw that worries doesn't solve the problem, worries just give you more depression. What I just took, I said, God, now you get me. Anything will happen to me, I'm in your hands. So since then, nothing really moves me. Even if I'm falling, when I'm falling, I just, no, it's just temporarily. So everything I do, it keeps me going. Nobody discourages me. Even if you try to do that, you can't achieve it.
Wow.
So if you know you are in that situation of your life that I'm a visually impaired person, make I use them where I'm a blind guy.
That's what you told me. When you spoke to me, I'm a blind guy.
I'm a blind guy. You know that kind of thing. So if I'm a visually impaired person and I have this agility, not fragility.
Wow.
But definitely there's a lot of confidence that let me just say, definitely one will scale through one's hurdles. And when you are there, you are there. So because worries will not pay.
True.
But courage pays.
Worries will
and there's
pay.
no situation that is permanent.
But courage will pay.
But courage will pay. Worries not courage. That's punchline.
All right, so before I let you go, let me just allow you to do your shout outs to every and anybody.
Shout out to my number one, my social media person. Oh yes is a wonderful person. To Tony Touch. I told Tony Touch. I said Tony Touch. I always told him, I love you, Tony Touch. Then my big brother, one of my big friend. Let me call him my big friend. And my church members, my blind friends. Yes, my blind friend Kayode Ogugdengbe. I'm reaching out to you. That's another fantastic person. So what again? Then my fans. I know that I'm building a fan. People who have intentionally subscribed to my channel. Wow, I'm so grateful because I wouldn't be here. I mean here where I am on those pages without you guys. Because you saw it and you feel, and this guy is coming up with something great. Watch out for Iwoloba.
Yes, amazing. Watch out for that. All right, Morayo Bakare. It's been an amazing time with you. And I must say, right here at Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, we love you and we support what you're doing.
Thank
and
you
know
very
that
much.
we are at the sidelines, cheering you on and wishing and hoping for bigger and better things from the Morayo Bakare brand. Keep us in the loop. Let us know how things pan out, and
definitely,
we'll always do our best, to support. Thank you.
Hoping to be yes,
so much.
I'm grateful.
All right, all the best, bro.
Thank you very much.